This is the Whirly 2011 Food Festival taking place right here in New York City at the Altman Building, which is a historic landmark in Chelsea. This exciting festival will showcase 10 top celebrity chefs, including Master Chef Sanjeev Kapoor. Along with this, we'll have 35 of the finest restaurants in New York, New Jersey, as well as Connecticut participating and handing out samples of their signature dishes. And that's not all, folks. There's book signings, Indian wine tasting, as well as my personal favorite, homemade desserts. Desserts prepared by top chefs just for us. I can't wait. Anyway, you and I will go experience this together. But before we go, let's talk to some of the top chefs that are walking the red carpet. We're going to get up close and personal with them. See you soon. Well, what do you think about this festival?
It's a great idea, and we're very excited. It's the first time somebody's taken the effort to put all Indian restaurants on one platform. I think it's a fantastic idea, and you see the response is tremendous. It's a pretty sold-out show, and we're very excited about it.
So what kind of trends do you see happening in the food industry?
I think it's getting more
In the Indian
global.
food industry.
Indian food is getting very popular. It's at par with any Italian, American food, and it's becoming so global. People like it, and all the restaurants have been very successful.
Tell me about the trends that are happening in the Indian food market.
I think Indian food is just on the verge of exploding in United States. People are starting to be more aware. But as sort of Indian food service industry, we've got to be a little cautious of what people's interests are and make sure we are serving them what they're used to and what they're sort of expecting.
So you're saying introduce people new foods little by little, but
More
still
of a
have the
fusion.
traditional stuff there.
Yeah, more of a fusion concept, more Indian inspired than authentic, too much of authentic Indian food at once.
What do you think about this festival?
I think it's great. It's nice. It's, from what I understand, the first time that we've been doing something like this, and I think it's a great way to introduce Indian food into America.
Hi, I'm here with the master chef of Chutney Masala. How are you doing today?
Very well. I'm excited.
What do you think about this whole the festival?
I think it's a unique way of putting Indian food on the mainstream platform. In under one roof in one evening, you're trying out 30 different restaurants, 30 different cooking styles, chefs. So it's all very, very exciting, and it's all for a worthy cause, the food bank, and we all want to pitch in and help.
I'm here with Gamal Sharma. How are you today?
Wonderful, thank you.
Good. So you're the title sponsor here for the food festival.
That is right.
2011. What made you think about doing this?
Well, they happen to be distributors who organize the function here, and they have been selling our rice for the last 2 years. And every restaurant in New York City and tri-state area, they loved our rice, Indian Star. It is very special rice, very long grain, longest grain in the world. And so we voluntarily, agreed to their offer to be a title sponsor because every restaurant is here, all the famous restaurants, and this is a great event to promote our rice also at the same time. That's the main reason.
And so what do you think about this food festival?
All is it's a very great idea to promoting Indian food in the mainstream, and that's the best platform to be on.
What made you decide to be the title sponsor for the Worli Food
It's
Festival?
a prestigious event. We got opinion makers over here, the top chefs whom we want to present it and get their awareness of our product in the market, and the top-notch restaurants. We like to be associated with top brands in the country, particularly in the restaurant field.
And what do you hope to happen today at this food festival?
First of all, having fun, at the same time recognizing our brand.
What do you think about this food festival today?
I think it's great. I think an event that brings together celebrities, chefs from all over the place to promote Indian food in Manhattan is a great thing. I think it's something that we need more of in New York. I think definitely some good Indian food. I'm from LA. I live in LA. I'm not from LA, but I live there now, and we also have lack of good Indian food there too. I think so. It'd be good
What's
to
your
see.
favorite?
My
Indian food?
favorite Indian food is masala dosa.
What do you think about this food festival?
If you're gonna have food, New York City is the place to be. I am really looking forward to the fusion, the Asian flavor. If they've got some kebabs, some lamb mutton chops, but really, if they can pull off an appetizer like pani puri, well, that is the test of the chef tonight. That's what I'm looking forward to.
I'm here with the top chef of Vermilion, Manit Chauhan. How are you feeling today about this whole festival?
Fantastic. So excited to be a part of it. I think it's such an amazing cause, getting the Indian culinary scene to a completely new level. So very excited to be a part of it.
So, what do you see the new trends coming up in the Indian cuisine?
I think finally we are moving away from overly oily, overly spicy food. I think the chefs nowadays are really concentrating on the freshness of food and celebrating that, and I think that's very exciting.
Excellent. So, what do you expect to happen inside? What's your end goal tonight?
The end goal is all the people who come over here have a wonderful time, get exposed to a lot of different restaurants, cuisines, thought concepts, and that's what I'm looking forward for.
I'm here with Radhika Agarwal, master chef from India. Give us your thoughts on today's evening and today's event.
I'm very excited about it, and I'm very, very happy and glad something like this is happening, because promoting Indian food and Indian cuisine in New York, it's great. I think we should have it in many more cities like this.
What do you want to see happen inside? What's your vision of what's going to happen inside?
What really I want to see is the people who really gonna come here and see everything, the food festival, come for the tastings. I want to see the enthusiasm in people regarding food, because I think food is something that can really bind everybody together. So
I'm here with Jahangir Mehta. Jahangir, how are you involved with this whole event?
Well, besides being of Indian heritage, I am hosting this event, and I think it's going to be a great amount of fun. I have two restaurants in New York City, Graffiti as well as Metaphor.
So what kind of cuisines are those, Graffiti and Metaphor?
They both have influences from India and Persia in terms of spices, but not really at all traditional, because the base is French and American.
Okay. So fusion Indian has been done quite a bit. I mean, Anne has been there are people still doing it. What's the next trend?
My food is not at all fusion. It is just using of spices and herbs. It is not at all Indian in any shape or form. So I think everyone has a different take in different ways of how to represent India. And the first few chefs who have done it have not been Indian when they came to New York City, who have done Indian food out here. And I think it's however way you want to present your own style and your own art, and that's what I do.
What do you think about this food festival?
I think it's a great thing. Something is happening in New York City, and it will be an awareness all over the U.S. Great.
It's one of its kind. I mean, for the first time, I think for every restaurant owner, this is a proud moment to be under one roof, to give your best and to show to New York City and rest of America what Indian cuisine holds to itself. So, I mean, definitely a very proud moment for me.
And so what do you expect to happen inside today?
I personally think that it's a moment of a culinary to explore inside and let the rest of the people see that, as Kamal has told, that what our cuisine actually is. And it's a good way to promote our cuisine to the rest of the people also.
And one last question, what's the trend coming up in the Indian cuisine?
Well, the trend is basically something to do with fusion, probably. But I think traditional with fusion mixed together can be a good blend.
See, our food is so rich, so unique. I think whatever the trend is, I think the best is stick to your basic taste and then present it with, of course, very upscale, very modern environment. That's what is the trend, and I'm sure there are a lot of surprises. There's a lot for as a public to attend is going to be a very unique experience. I think it will be the food that has never been presented before, especially Indian food.
It's not difficult to cook Indian food. Start with dishes or start with ingredients that you like to eat. So find those dishes. Don't go by popularity of dish. Go by what you like to eat and cook that. Because my belief is that if you cook anything which is your preferred taste, then it's easy to adapt, and you will find it's more it's fun cooking that dish. So. And start with high quality ingredients, spices, and maybe just 5, 6. You don't have to collect all 20. So maybe start with turmeric, chili powder, coriander, ground cumin, and maybe garam masala powder, which is our aromatic mix of spices. And that's it. And have that in your pantry, and you're good to go.